Tonight is a 6th grade review video. So tonight we're going to find the volume of prisms, and we're going to focus on rectangular prisms. So our objective is I can find the volume of a rectangular prism. You should remember from last year, the amount of three-dimensional space an object occupies is called its volume. It's its capacity. In other words, the number of identical cubes that are needed to fill the three-dimensional space inside the object. Volume is measured in cubic units because it talks about how many cubes can fill up the figure. And so here's a couple examples of rectangular prisms made out of cubes. This prism appears to be a 5 units, 5 units long, 3 units deep, and 2 units high. And then we could break apart the other one. The other one appears to be 3 units long. How deep? 4 units deep. And again, this one happens to be 2 units high. And though it's cubic units, there's going to be 1, 2, 3 dimensions. All right, let's take a look at some problems. So let's find the volume of this prism. Okay, lots of ways to go about it. You could either count up the cubes, and you could say, okay, in the top layer, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. It appears as though there's 15 cubes in the top layer. Therefore, there must be 15 cubes in the bottom layer. So I'm guessing 30 units cubed is the volume of this. So from a picture, you can actually break it apart and figure out the volume. You just take up how many cubes are in each layer, put them together, and that'll give it to you. In years past, you may have used this volume formula. Volume equals length times width times height. I'm going to focus on volume equals area of the base times the height. H-E-I-G-H-T. Okay. And here, the area of the base happens to be a rectangle, so the area of this base would be length times width, and then just times your height. But we're not always going to have rectangular bases at the 7th grade level. We might have a triangular base. We might have a pentagonal base. You don't know, but always, if you find the area of the base, and then how tall it is, you multiply it by the height, that'll give you the entire volume. Area of the base is like trying to figure out how many cubes could fill up the bottom layer. All right, so we'll use your formula you've used for years, and then I'm just going to do the new formula, area of the base times the height. So the length I showed on the first slide is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 units. The width is 1, 2, 3 units. And the height is 2 units. So we have 5 times 3 times 2. 5 times 3 is 15 times 2 is 30. 30 units cubed. It takes 30 cubes to create that prism. That's all that volume means. And so mathematically, it had better match what we get when we actually count up the cubes. If we want to do area of the base times the height, well, the thing is here, our base is a rectangle. So we'll take our area of our rectangle, and then we'll just multiply that by the height of the figure. It's 2 units tall, and the area of a rectangle is length times width. So it is 5 times 3. Either way, we're going to get 30 cubic units, 30 units cubed. So that's the volume of that prism. Let's take a look at another one. Let's find the volume of this prism. Well, first of all, we could count up how many cubes. There's only 2 layers, pretty easy to count up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So there's 12 cubes in each layer. There's 2 layers, so it must be 24 units cubed. It must be 24 cubes that make up this prism. So that's the volume of the prism. But you know, we're going to do volume equals area of the base times the height. Our base happens to be a rectangular base. So the area of that base would be the area of the rectangle times the height. The area of a rectangle is your length times width, and then we'll just multiply that by the height. Okay, so let's see, this is 3 units by 1, 2, 3, 4 units. So for the area of the base rectangle, the area of the base would be 3 times 4. Then you'll have to just multiply that by the height of the figure. Again, this figure is only 2 units high. 3 times 4 is 12, times 2 is 24 units cubed, which makes sense. That's how many cubes it was when we went ahead and counted it up. Let's see, I don't even know if I have more examples for you tonight or if this was just a quick little review. Oh no, I got one more. Calculate the volume of each solid by using the formula. All right, so now you might not be given cubes, and you might be given fractional side lengths. So if we take a look at this, I could try to draw in so that you could kind of see the base. So our volume will be the area of the base times the height. Okay, again, the base of this is 7 by 8. It's a beautiful rectangle. The base is 7 by 8, so we'll find that area. So we'll take the area of that rectangle and we'll just do length times width for that. So that's 7 centimeters times 8 centimeters. And once we get that, we'll just multiply by the height of this figure, which is 12 and a half. 7 times 8 is 56 times 12 and a half. 56 times 12 and a half. We can use our calculators, or we could convert this to an improper and multiply. 12 times 2 is 24 and 1 is 25. Oh gosh, that would have to be 56 times 25 over 2. Or you could multiply out 56 times 12.5. I'm going to pick up a calculator because I'm feeling a little bit lazy. Can you imagine? 56 times 12 and a half, 700. 700 cubic centimeters. If we drew in little cubes, little centimeter cubes here, how many little centimeter cubes would it take to fill up this space? It would actually take us 700 little centimeter cubes to fill up that entire space. So there you have it. That's a quick review on volume of rectangular prisms. I wonder if that's the last example. Oh, it sure is. Okay, try to have a good night. Hopefully that's a quick little easy review for you.